Today, I'm going to teach you how to get better at Rebirth Island and get more wins while you're playing so you can enjoy your gaming experience just a little bit more. Let's go. And before we get into anything, we're going to be talking about perks really quick. These are the perks that I run. Double time for the movement, Mountaineer for the finesse, and obviously jumping up and down buildings, not having to pull your parachute out while you're trying to run away from someone. Helps you get away from gunfights a lot faster, and with Rebirth being very fast-paced and high action, you're going to need it. So definitely probably the most important perk on this list is probably Mountaineer in my opinion. And then Quick Fix over Tempered, because there has been plenty of videos done and studies done that you actually get more health faster and plates faster with Quick Fix compared to Tempered. Because after a gunfight, even if you kill each other and you have absolutely no health, basically just a little sliver left, you can get full plates quicker. But by the time your health actually just starts to regen, Quick Fix is actually better for starting that regen while you pop your plates. So Quick Fix overall, I just enjoy a little bit more. And then on top of that, Tempered's also a vest that's also helpful. So I like the Quick Fix over Tempered personally. And then Flex, just because the Rebirth audio is absolutely atrocious. So anything to kind of help me out there, but you can also use High Alert. But those are the perks I would recommend while you're trying to get more wins. And now let's get into the game. All right, so also for this video, I'm going to be using smokes and semtexes, and the reason why is because I'm going to be playing for more win associated gameplay here, so not super cracked out using stims and all that stuff. If you have ever watched me stream pubs, I tend to run throwing knives and stims because that is way more fun, and I'm also usually playing solo versus squads, or I'm just going for crazier clips. But we're trying to play for wins, and smokes and grenades during the end game are just going to be really like just helpful to obviously kind of have a little bit more strategy. And for this video too, I'm going to be trying to put my mind inside of just the general idea of playing for wins and not just trying to outskill every single person I see. This video is for you guys to get better, not just to drop 30 kills. So with that being said, we're about to drop in. I got the cool operator that just came out in the store that I love. This is actually one of my favorites. We just dropped the short form on the MCW and the striker of it too, but here we go. Drop it in. Let's talk some strategy. We have a video out that shows you all the best spots, the drop spots, and how I rate them all, but we didn't talk about the general strategy of how to get your loadout fast. So I'm going to land at the living quarters. This is a pretty hot drop, but not super hot. It's like in the middle. And what I'm going to be doing is getting this scavenger right away. And the reason why is if I'm trying to play for wins, I want to get my loadout as fast as possible. And what I was about to say is I hope it doesn't pull into control, because control can definitely be a very dangerous area. But at the same time, these scavengers are the fastest way, in my opinion, to get your loadout and just have a scavenger done and have a lot of money. And keeping your money up is probably the #1 thing I would say. But yeah, it's the fastest way to get money high and getting your loadout quickly. So we already have 2 of those done. We're already in a hot area, which I don't really want to be in right now while I'm doing that. So that's another thing to keep in mind, that I also kind of just made a mistake, is when you're landing and the scavengers are around, if you pick a scavenger close to one of the hot spots, it might pull that way. So always keep that in mind. We have people fighting on the boat, so I'm going to try and get some kills going that way. We have a control buy and $11,000, which is really helpful. So I'm going to go back to the control buy. And now when you're throwing your loadout in Resurgence, you always want to throw it by a doorway so you have a chance to finesse yourself. Wow, that was scary. And these guys are just standing next to a loadout box. All right, so tip #1 is if you get your weapons before you get your loadout, still get a loadout, but don't actually now go grab your loadout. I'm going to leave my loadout there. And I'm going to take my chances that if I die, I can go back to that loadout later in the game. So I'm going to use the money that I just got to buy myself a UAV. And now I want to keep my money high like I was saying. So, ow. First of all, that just didn't feel very good. The best part about Rebirth is that you do respawn, so you can kind of take some risks. And for the video entertainment purpose here, I'm going to take a little bit more risk, but also try and obviously play a little bit slower to get wins like I was stating. So I'm going to call a UAV. I'm going to have to jump off this. Oh my god, this guy's not pushing me. He should have pushed me right there. He didn't. I'm going to use this head glitch and use my cover. Going to have an easy kill. So the thing that guy should have done is after he had me one shot, he should have applied pressure, what I call taking space, because when you take space in gunfights, it makes the other player panic and have to actually make a move with actually not full health, which is an easier kill for you. We're going to call this UAV now. We're going to give ourselves some information, and having our money high, we're going to get another UAV to do the same exact thing. And you can see on the top left that mini map that was just pinging. That means that the guy that I just killed was pinging up there, and he's going to, you know, drop back over there, which is not a big deal. And now, as we are just keeping our cash high, we have a lot of information of where people are, and we're just going to use this UAV for information. We have one person on our floor on this UAV, so I'm going to call one more and see where he's at. He's right around this wall. I'm going to use my movement slide, and I'm going to get an easy kill on that. Now we have a guy on our minimap again, up top to the left. So what we're going to do is use the cover that we have and scout to see if he's looking at us. Same thing, he's going to stay up there, see if he's taking space. He takes some space there, which is expected. It's a good play, but I still have a really good cover. And I have gas grenades to kind of work with. So I'm going to get on this angle right here. Hold my pre-aim. That drill charge shouldn't really do too much damage to me. I'm going to be able to kind of wall bang through there. And now, again, we're not in the most advantageous spot that we want to be in, but we're not in a terrible spot either. But when you do shoot in Rebirth, people tend to third party. So I've made a lot of noise. This guy was sniping at me. Try and get some wall bangs there. Nothing there. I don't even know if you could wall bang that. I was just trying to get lucky. And it looks like this other guy ran away. So now we're going to try and get this floater. All right, I'll take that. That guy was not very happy. But we have 2 loadouts on our map now. I'm going to get the one out of the zone because that one is obviously going to go away with the gas pretty soon. We do know someone's near us on this side. So as I'm pushing this, I'm going to throw a gas grenade because, you know, why not? Loot some red boxes here. We did get that. We'll take that for sure. Another red box. Definitely always pick up a gas mask when you can, especially if you make it endgame with this. Grab our loadout, and if we can get a little bit more money, we can get another UAV. So that's exactly what I'm going to try and do, is get a little bit more cash. I don't know. I hear footsteps here, though, so throw the portable. And he's above me. He's above me because there's an up arrow on the minimap. He's probably inside here. Now he's below me, running to the left. He's below me again, running to the left. He's inside that way. I just heard a door. We're going to be able to kind of, you know, apply pressure and take space, as you can see there. Every time you make someone weak, you always want to try and apply pressure if you're close enough to them. Now, I think I hear another set of footsteps up here. I'm not too sure. Oh, that guy is above me. Absolutely one shot. He's probably going to have to back off since I made him so weak. And now there's 2 ways I can go about this. We know that there's a guy above me and a guy just landed in. Is if I'm going to ever try and use a risky balloon like this might not pan out for me, but I am going to hit the balloon after throwing a smoke grenade so I'm able to actually get out. So hopefully I'm able to get out of here. And I'm going to look to land on high ground of a building and start controlling the area. And we still have plenty of time to resurge. And with Mountaineer, I'm going to be able to drop here. And that's why those perks are very, very important. Mountaineer is going to make me actually be able to survive that. What is that guy doing? But again, that's the big thing about those perks coming into play is having Mountaineer. I'm able to just drop down and not have to pull out my chute. So if I'm trying to land on a roof, I can kind of do an audible to actually just being able to run away. But we still have some footsteps over here, and this is the fast-paced gameplay I was kind of talking about. This is all really good practice, and if you want to slow yourself down here, of course, you don't want to go to the areas like Control as much as you want to go to safer areas and kind of like wait it out as much as you can. So I just heard a zip line, which means that's right here on this. I'm going to do the zip line hop and do the mantle, which I'll be making a video about too, which is a movement guide. This guy's up here, and now I think we can take a deep breath for a second. Oh, there's footsteps under me again. The only way he can really get up here is by down low this way. So I'm going to try and use my movement here to, you know, cancel this. He doesn't spot me. I hear him to my left. He's under me. So this guy's under me. And if he's under me right now, I'm just going to hold the high ground. I do not need to push this guy as much as I can make him push me. I will hear this zip line if he hits that zip line. And I'm able to kind of control this area right now and just wait to see what we need to do. We will have someone under us. So we hear enemy dropping in. Looks like he landed like down here. He did. I'm going to open that up. Oh, this guy's kind of trolling doing that. And as I'm shooting, there's still a guy under me. So as I shoot, I'm going to make sure I kind of look around. I'm going to shield myself from the other buildings. I don't see anything. We see a guy landing here. I'm going to take some shots, see if I can land him. Not the best shots out of me, but this guy is still going to eventually try and work under me. So I'm going to check this out. We have plenty of things to work with. He just zip lined up, which kind of sucks. Terrible timing. Get a UAV. Get another UAV, another UAV, and we are good to go. So we have a bunch of people in here. We have a minute left until the resurgence is over. I'm going to start trying to play a little bit safer. And what I mean by that is just find a safer area that's kind of center circle. Then we have a balloon here, and that dock is probably a safer area. With the balloon, there's only one guy on that. So now this is the big thing too. As you can see, the beginning of your Rebirth games are always going to be pretty aggressive, pretty high, fast pace and all that. But what's going to be the difference here is this guy should run towards this loadout. Hold up. I'm going to call UAV. This guy is ghosted out there. I hear him up top somewhere over here. I'm going to hit some slides. I don't know exactly where this guy is, but we hear him to my right. We see this guy up there. I'm not going to take space on that gunfight just yet. We do have 13 seconds left until it kind of gets a little bit more mixy. And we're going to wait until this next circle. We're going to want to play this guy smart. But he is ghosted, so our UAV is not going to give us the most info on him. And eventually we're going to want to find it. He did throw a loadout down there, so we know that he's going to be probably going for that loadout when he can. So what I'm going to do is buy a muni box for smokes and another UAV for the back pocket. And here we go. We have our smokes that we need. Call a UAV. And we are still in the zone that we need to be in. So this guy is rotating over this way. See if this guy kind of gives us some looks here. Gonna be able to try and throw a nade on the left side since he's running backwards. Might be able to buy a nade hit marker. And dead. Okay. So that was not the same skin that we saw up top, if you remember here. A good thing to do as well is always trying to keep your money high and also just give you more information. Towards the end now, we just kind of want to know where the last 5 people are in this game. And the last 5 people are on this game. We have 2 people shooting in the minimap right now. 1, 2. One of them probably be my bounty. And we're looking for a couple other people. So it looks like a lot of the map right now is top prison. And now the big thing is when you want to do is read your circles. So we are in the center circle here, and now we are not. The only cover is there, but the high ground is probably up there with the map knowledge, right? So we can probably get to this ID, like this shack here, and be in a pretty good spot. And I'm going to call the UAV to give myself some info on the rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are looking for 4 people. No one is ghosted right now. So this is the guy we got to worry about. And then everybody else right now, we're kind of chilling. So I'm going to make my way on this wall. This guy's on the wall too. And I'm going to use this head glitch on the wall and keep an eye on my minimap again. We have 1 person on that side that we're going to have to worry about eventually. So I'm going to keep that in mind. Maybe be able to mount up and actually get a kill here. We're going to down that guy. Use the PA on that. And now turn around as this guy's pressuring us. And be able to get that kill. So again, do not forget about the people that you're fighting. And also make sure you are always obviously keeping an eye on that minimap, because that is your best friend, especially in a fast-paced gameplay. And you can see how keeping my money high by doing contracts and bounties and looting and, you know, making sure you're getting your kills is always going to give you an opportunity, obviously, get these UAVs and have this info. I haven't taken too many uncalled for fights other than in the beginning of the game, because that's just how Rebirth plays. Now, most of the map was at the top of the prison area, so he should be on this side. Now, there's a world where he could have rotated through my left and got below me. But before I kind of commit to that, I'm going to keep using my movement here and just looking around. And look, we spotted him. I'm going to live ping him. And now I'm going to use this, mount up. And boom. GG. That was, I would say in the middle gameplay when it comes to walking through my thought process. The beginning of the game, I was being a little bit more aggressive just because we're recording a YouTube video. But you could see how I started to slow down and make the decision of where I wanted to rotate towards the center circle, and using the money that I was able to get in the beginning of the game to make that decision to go to the boat and then play your rotations. And then I had smokes and grenades just in case anything got dicey. So hopefully this kind of gives you an idea of how to play your Rebirth games. So to break this really quick down into 3 different steps, you want to land on a scavenger, also spy drones, and get your money up high and buy that loadout. If you can find a loadout box first, that's really important. And once you keep your money high, you want to play for some kills and get aggressive. And until you kind of hit that point in the game where you either know, like, A, I have to regain and slow it down. This is just not a game that's going my way. I just keep dying and nothing's going there. You kind of go to a safer area and do another scavenger or a spy drone. Or you obviously have to slow it down and start thinking about the circle around, I would say, like the minute and 30 left onto the resurgence. You're like, okay, what's next for me and how I want to play myself and position yourself. A big thing in Call of Duty in general, especially Warzone, is position gets you kills. As you can see right there too, even at the end, that guy had to run out of the zone to kill me, and the other guy, I was able to have a spot where I can mount up and I had a lot of cover. So as you play Rebirth, make sure you were trying to either get high ground of buildings and control the buildings, control your areas. If you were playing with a squad, everything I just did with the squad, make sure you're doing it together. There is nothing wrong with stacking. There is nothing wrong with playing your trades. And if this video just wasn't enough tips and tricks, or you think I can do more of these, let me know in the comments below. But this is the loadout that I was using for the SOA. If I get rid of my camera for a second, you can see that I'm using the motion stock. And honestly, with the SOA, I have 1 billion builds right now. So this is kind of what I'm messing with, just because this FTAC gives you actually a pretty good amount of horizontal recoil. So we're kind of, you know, flirting with this one a little bit. Who knows? And then if this Renetti is not nerfed by the time this video comes out, this is what we're rocking. It's the Bruin Onslaught rear grip, and then the conversion kit, and then the rest of the attachments are on your screen. So if you want more like this, or you don't think that was enough, let me know, and I will continuously do more gameplays like this on the channel to help you kind of get more wins. And then also, if you just want live tips and tricks, just go to my stream. I stream almost every single night right now if you want some just ideas on how to get better at COD. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Drop a like, drop a comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.